to South Florida. Wow, what a nightmare. This Hurricane Ian has been the challenge of a lifetime. Let me just tell you, if you've never been through a hurricane, this crap is stinky, it's stressful, and it's difficult. And it really makes you wonder why the crap you live in Florida. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to interact with me and ask me any question you want about how this hurricane experience has been. I'll be honest with you. West Palm Beach, man, I didn't want to say where I was at already, but you caught me off guard. I'm not going to say I'm in West Palm Beach, but, you know, whatever. You can just look around. So, yes, we are in Florida somewhere. It's funny. You said West Palm Beach right off the bat. I was like, maybe I'm not going to say where I'm at in Florida. First comment, West Palm Beach. Like, dang it. You figured me out, huh? West Palm Beach. Yes, we are in beautiful Palm Beach County. We had to get the crap out of Fort Myers before life devoured us. So we are in Palm Beach County, and it is a little bit more sketchy here than Fort Myers, so I got to be on my toes. How are you guys doing? You know, any question you have about what it's been like to live through this nightmare, now would be the time to ask me. We got the Gump in the house, so welcome. It's a little bit more violent over here than in Fort Myers at night, so we just got to be alert. It's definitely not a bad area, but it's definitely not an area you want to play games in either. So we're in Southwest Florida, and we living the nightmare, so we're like, yeah, it's time to go to Miami or Palm Beach, Broward, wherever the crap we could go. We needed Starbucks, and we needed just to breathe for a minute. It got overwhelming. Let me just say that. I live in Sarasota. You got spared. Really, I'm glad you got spared, because when I looked at the radar, it looked like Sarasota was going to get it worse than we did. But I'm glad to hear that Sarasota got it better than we did. Good news. Very good news. I felt bad for Fort Myers and Naples. Yeah, I mean, my hometown Naples is completely destroyed. And Fort Myers, where I live now, like, I'm going to guess, like, 40% of the city is unusable. So, I got some music here. I might have to hit the mute button for a minute. Let me see. Nope, we don't have to. So we were finally able to get some Starbucks and air conditioning and take a bath even with hot water today. So all that's been good. It's been a nightmare. It really has been a nightmare of a situation. It's been just too much, man. Just being able to take a shower feels good. And, we've been through some tough moments. If you've never been through a hurricane, let me tell you, this is the absolute most horrendous crap you can go through. It's scary. It's stressful. Let's get some veneers. I think they'll be great for you. You know, there's so much you got to tackle in life. Eventually, things will take place. We have to sacrifice a lot to do a lot. Looks like Palm Beach County. Es posible que esté in Palm Beach County. Somebody already hinted Palm Beach County right off the bat. We could be. So, Sebastián, ¿cómo está, mi amigo? Todo bien. We're doing great. Now that we're in Palm Beach County. Because in Fort Myers, there ain't crap left. There ain't crap left in Fort Myers, unfortunately. Hemos pasado unos tiempos kind of scary and difficult, you could say. I think there's some shopping centers over there, but I don't really want to go over there. Detroit is not on my radar yet. I can't even say in Detroit. No, but we might move to Broward or Palm Beach or like Tampa or something, because it looks like Fort Myers is going to take a while to get back to normal. Fort Myers is going to take a while to recuperate. So it's been stressful. I don't want to get into too much details about what I've personally had to live, because everybody's story is different. But hurricanes are never pleasant. You get to see the worst in people. You get to see kind of side of people that you probably wouldn't want to see. So it's been difficult. And Katie and I have just been struggling through this. I'm trying to get you guys a lot of content. I'm working to get you guys content. The problem is I can't upload it because there's no signal. So to get signal, we got to either hop into Broward or Palm Beach County and get signal up here. So Samantha, here's what's going on in Naples. Now, I'm really upset at the news. It seems like the news has really done a horrible job at telling people the truth. Sensationalism is the word of the day. Everybody wants to be sensational. And hey, I could be sensational too, you know. But sensationalism steals the truth of the situation away. And it scares people from moving into Florida. But the people that are reporting, I'm kind of disappointed at the journalism. Okay, we got some music coming on, so we're going to keep it moving. Let's explore this area of Palm Beach County, although it looks freaking scary at night, but we're going to explore it. I know it looks, you guys only see the palm trees and stuff, but there's more than palm trees going on in Florida. There's more than just palm trees going on in Florida. Let me just stand at least where I can't hear the music. Let's see if we can find a good spot to hang out. This area doesn't seem like a hang out at night type of area. So I'm trying to do the best I can to get you guys to a place that feels like, hey, at least here I can't hear the music. If you guys can hear the music, let me know, because we definitely don't want a copyright strike. So sensationalism is a word of the day. Everybody wants to be sensational, and they want to get the most bad image out there. And yes, we did lose a lot, and people want to see that. But there's a difference between showing people what they want to see and the reality of what time it really is. You know, like it's not like the whole world's. You know, like, so how's Naples? Okay, so here's how Naples is. Along the coast, there was flooding up the Gordon River. And basically, if you watched my What's About to Happen Here video of, Charlie 2.0, I really predicted exactly what was going to happen on that video. Some people realize that. A lot of the videos that I recorded and uploaded were in places that are now gone. So if you watch the videos that I uploaded the week before the hurricane, you'll get an indication of what I thought was going to happen. And unfortunately, the absolute worst case scenario happened. So if you watch my channel, I'll get to Naples in a second. I'll tell you what happened in Naples in a second. But if you watch what I uploaded, okay? If you watch the videos that I uploaded in the last week, you'll understand what I thought was going to happen in a worst case scenario. You hear what I said? If you watch what I uploaded in the week before the hurricane came, you will understand what I thought was going to be the worst case scenario. So if you watched, for example, the mobile home park video that I uploaded last week, okay? That mobile home park is gone. The restaurant that I showed at the beginning of the video is gone. The boats that I showed in that video, the Fort Myers mobile home parks, the boats that are at the beginning of that video are on top of the restaurant we ate at. So if you go and you chronologically, you saw that I did a live stream from the Fort Myers Pier. Last week I did a live stream from the Fort Myers Pier. The Fort Myers Pier is gone. I went to the Naples Pier. I did a video on the Naples Pier. The Naples Pier is almost, well, it's gone. The supports are there, but most of the pier is destroyed. So if you watch the videos and you see, you kind of look at, if you look at the videos and you kind of see the videos I made, you'll understand very clearly what I understood would be a worst case scenario. And unfortunately, that's exactly what we got. So I did Southwest Florida a great deed by showing all that crap, because now that we showed all that crap, we kind of understand the significance of those videos when I did them. But anyways, what happened in Naples? So the Naples airport had storm surge from the Gordon River. So that area along the airport had about 2 to 3 feet of storm surge. So anything that is a storm surge area, basically, if you saw the evacuation maps, every area they evacuated from storm surge got storm surge, okay? So we'll start at the bottom. Now, I haven't been in South Naples, but somebody told me that South Naples was really bad. But I know this, the Gordon River flooded. I mentioned Henderson Creek flooded on my other, you can watch that video, it's on my channel, of what I thought was going to happen in the worst case scenario, kind of. And that's kind of what happened. So the Gordon River in Naples flooded. Now, once you get past the areas that are storm surge prone, like Henderson Creek, the Naples Airport, which is right by the Gordon River, that's basically along the Gulf Coast from Port Royal, which I did videos in Port Royal, I just haven't uploaded them yet, all the way up to Vanderbilt in Naples, which I did videos there as well. So you can start seeing a trend of all these areas that were destroyed by the storm surge. I did the best I could to get videos of those areas the week before it happened. So if you've been watching my channel, you've noticed that I've been hitting up the areas that I thought wouldn't do the worst. And now those areas are gone. So it was great that I did that. People will be able to use my videos for insurance claims and all that. You know, because the insurance company's always going to say, do you even have a photo of it before it happened? Well, here's a whole video of our neighborhood before it happened, you know. So that video will be very useful to a lot of people. Helping people. Right. So all along US 41, west of 41, and there's a few areas east of 41 that got the storm surge too. For example, Naples Park, the blocks that are close to US 41, they're not annihilated, but the blocks that are on the finger streets or closer to the water, they were 6 feet in water. So it's all about proximity to storm surge all along the coast. Yeah, I saw a video of South Carolina, and I could see the storm surge coming in. Very terrifying video in South Carolina. I don't know if it was Myrtle, and I've done videos in South Carolina. I've done videos in Charleston, I've done videos in Hilton Head, and I've done videos in Myrtle Beach, and I'm sure those videos were going to start trending. In fact, for some random reason, my South Carolina videos were already trending before all this took place. So already our videos were trending. There's no doubt about that. Charleston and Myrtle Beach. Yeah, so I've done videos all on the coast in South Carolina and a few other towns like I think Georgetown, a few other places in South Carolina that are prone to storm surge flooding. I've also done videos there. They're not right on the coast, but they're prone to storm surge flooding. So again, I don't live in South Carolina, but I'm sure I did a great deed to those places by recording my videos the way I record them. So back to South Florida. Now, what you need to understand, the real situation in Naples is this. The pier's destroyed. West of 41 had storm surge. There's a few pockets like around the Gordon River, the the Cocohatchee River. There's a few points where the storm surge passed US 41, especially around East and South Naples, the Gordon River, the Cocohatchee River, all that. You do have a few spots on this side that were affected by the storm surge, but it wasn't like everything. It was a few spots here and there, you know. So that's the real situation in Naples. Lots of storm surge. Lots of storm surge west of 41. But when you get out to the Golden Gate Estates, life is normal. My dad lives right off of US 41. They had about 2 feet of storm surge, okay? But it's a mobile home that's 3 feet off the ground, so it didn't go inside his house. So where my dad lives, there was about a foot or two of storm surge, but it didn't go inside of his house. Ooh, that's nice. So, like my dad, for example, yes, he had storm surge, maybe a foot or two, but the storm surge did not go inside of his house. Life is back to normal. He's got power back. He's got water back. So things are back to normal. No, my wife is I married young Braun, and my wife is actually overlooking me right now. My wife is actually looking at me right now. My wife is in a hotel nearby, and she can actually see me where I'm at. She's practically right outside the window. My wife can see me. Katie's making a claim. He's mine. Excuse you. That's my man making money on YouTube. Katie goes all hood rat when you talk about her man. So anyways, at this point, guys, it's crazy we take things for granted. Haha, Walton boys, until we're without it. So happy y'all are okay. Please keep the videos coming. I was just talking about South Carolina and how I did videos in a lot of places in South Carolina that are now going through storm surge. So, we do the best we can. Make sure you hit the like button if you're just tuning into the live stream. We love your videos. Thank you, Caden. And we did videos in Sarasota along the beach, too. So we tried to cover as much as we could. I know, Michael. Thank you so much. So I really appreciate your continued support. And in being the first super chat for the day, thank you so much. Those dollars add up when you watch so many of my videos. That's awesome. Love the support. That's awesome. Glad you're safe. Thanks for the reporting. It's been exhausting. Great coverage was saying Cade. And it's so beautiful to see so many people that, I've had a lot of people, they don't comment on my channel on the regular, but now they're starting to comment. You know what I mean? So they're starting to come back to the channel. Give me a second. All right. So there's a lot of people starting to come back to the channel that didn't normally watch my videos all the time, but they used to watch my videos and they stopped for a while, and they knew during the hurricane that I would cover it, so they came back to the channel, started commenting, and it's beautiful to see those people back on the channel again. It makes me feel awesome. Because I do wonder, like, if you comment on my channel, you disappear for a while, maybe I said something you didn't like or whatever, or you're going through something, you just don't want to talk anymore. I get all that. I've been through all that myself. But after all that, we come back to the channel and during hard times. So it's glad to see a lot of these regular faces starting to come back to the channel. And yes, we have done a lot of videos in South Carolina as well on the coast. Katie's making her claim. Yo, Zion's gone. Like, for example, Young Guy's Loft. He's one of my good people. He used to watch my Pigeons channel that I started like back in 2012, 2013. I started uploading to that channel. And oh, great. And now he's here still. So, like, it's good to see people that just over a period of, good. Like, we're getting familiar. It's like our channel's a staple. It's not just... I got a notification today for the YouTube Partner Program. That is, like, super hard to get. Like, there's guys that have channels that are much bigger than mine, and they cannot get the YouTube Partner Program. Now, I got to see what I got to do now to, comply with whatever they want and all that. But to get the YouTube Partner Program notification, there's people that have channels that are huge and they cannot get that. So there's definitely great things in the works for our channel. We just got to keep grinding along and pushing along and keep producing good content. But it's been exhausting. What up, Seth? Yes, it's been exhausting. We haven't had power. We haven't been sleeping. It's been too hot inside the house. Our neighbors are running generators the whole night long. We need to sleep. Like, we need one night where we can sleep. It's inhumane, We need a night where we can at least sleep. You know what I mean? Like, where I can, at least tonight, I'll be able to sleep. Appreciate you guys. OG Pigeons. That's right. The Pigeon folks. And that YouTube channel was great. That YouTube channel hit 50,000 subscribers, guys. That was a huge YouTube channel. But I had to move on to something bigger, which is this channel. Do you have any pets when you were really bringing them to the hotel? Yeah, I don't have pets right now. When I had the Pigeons channel, I used to bring pigeons into the hotels all the time, secretly, because I had to. Because sometimes I would have a pigeon, and I would go to Jacksonville, and they would have a pigeon in Jacksonville, and they would need the pigeon in Fort Myers, and I was working for the Pigeon Club. So when I went to Jacksonville, the pigeon guys there would be like, hey, take this pigeon back to Fort Myers. So I would find myself carrying pigeons across the state of Florida. Most of the time, it would be like one pigeon that got hurt or something. I had a pet pigeon that I adopted for a while, and it died from salmonella. It had salmonella. We tried saving it, and we tried to save it, but there was no saving. Once a pigeon's got salmonella, it's done. Yes, I did some pigeon smuggling. Not that kind of pigeon, though. Not Florida slang pigeons. Like actual pigeons, like cool, real birds. Real birds. Like, we were actually moving real birds. Like pigeons you put inside a coop. Yes. So there was a time, there's actually a video where I snuck a pigeon into a hotel in, might have been Woodbine, Georgia, or no, it wasn't Woodbine. It was St. Mary's, Georgia, where we snuck a pigeon. We snuck a pigeon into a hotel room there. Great life stories to tell. And I'm sure if they figured out we had a pigeon in there, they would have been upset. But, you can put a pigeon in your pocket and walk in a hotel with it, and they'll never know. One of our pigeons got lost during the storm. Yo, Tupac lives. You got pigeons too? That's cool, man. One of my buddies' pigeon coop got destroyed. He was really upset in Cape Coral. Yeah, so we actually did a video, but I've deleted most of the videos on my pigeon channel, and I just left the videos that were like off the, like, I think on that channel, if it didn't have more than 200,000 views, I deleted it. We named it Monkey, and it died from salmonella. It had salmonella. We knew it had salmonella, and it just wasn't going to make it. But we tried to save it, but it didn't work. We adopted it. We tried. Rest in peace, Monkey, bro. One of the realest pigeons you ever met. Died like a real one. from salmonella. Typical death of a pigeon, by the way. He was from the streets, bro. You know, the coop life wasn't for him. So I thought you guys were gonna stay in the Ritz-Carlton to watch the storm. Why didn't you? Okay, so Patrick, you have asked a splendid question. Okay, that's the most intelligent question anybody could have asked. We were going to stay at the Ritz-Carlton or Lanic High. Here's the problem. Those hotels are in evacuation areas. Okay? And if we had stayed there, we would have been in like 10 feet of storm surge. So the hotel staff didn't let us stay. The sheriff's office didn't let them stay. I called their management and I said, hey, I'm a big time YouTuber. I want to stay at the Lanikai, or I want to stay. The Lanikai would have actually rented us the room, but the Lee County Sheriff's Office was going to make you evacuate anyways. So we tried to stay at the Lanikai. Of course, you guys saw what happened. The Lanikai, there's like 5 buildings in a row. And if you look, it was a blessing in disguise. We would have lived the nightmare of a lifetime. Could you imagine? Have you guys seen the footage out of Fort Myers Beach? That's where we were trying to stay for this hurricane. Because we thought, okay, a little bit of storm surge. Okay. Lanikai is still standing, okay? However, there were 5 buildings in a row next to Lanikai, and they're leveled to the ground. Okay. We were trying to stay at the Lanikai, and we even did a live stream where we were in the reception, like trying to check in. The Lanikai will live on. However, the 5 adjacent buildings to the Lanikai, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, they're gone down to the cement foundations at the bottom. So could you imagine the nightmare that me and Katie would have lived to be in the Lanikai watching entire 2- and 3-story buildings getting washed away? It would have been great for YouTube, but it would have been a nightmare. Now, as you guys understand, me and Katie are always in the line of fire with what we do. Like, we have understood that we have to at times put our lives in danger. You have to put your life in danger if you work at a restaurant. Let's say right now I'm like, oh, YouTube is too dangerous. I'm gonna get a job at the Dollar General. Somebody could walk up in the Dollar General, try to stick up the place and whack you, bro. Like, nothing in life is secure or safe. So it's like, I got people like, what you do is too dangerous. I'm like, go work at a Dollar General and have somebody come whack you. You know, and poverty leads to, I feel like, yes, I know what I'm doing is dangerous sometimes, but it's leading me to a more better life in the future as far as I'm economically improving. And by improving my economical situation, I can put me and my wife in a safer neighborhood. You know what I mean? When my dad, who's elderly, needs something, he can ask it of me and I can do it for him. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like, yes, I understand what we do is dangerous, but thanks to that job, me and Katie can live in better neighborhoods. When my dad needs medicine that he can afford, whatever my family needs, I can do it for them because I'm in a better position. So to the people that are telling me, keep it up, thank you so much, Hail Santa, appreciate it. So the people that are telling me what I'm doing is dangerous and detrimental to my family, you have to understand, thanks to that, I'm able to improve my life, my family's life, and the people around me. You know what I mean? Like, I could never travel or do any of these things. So it's like, it comes with the territory, basically. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of the new subscribers. By the way, we picked up 1,000 subscribers in one day. Almost 1,000 subscribers in one day. I love their cars out here. We picked up almost So that sounds sweet, man. That sounds awesome. I picked up over 1,000 subscribers, almost 1,000 subscribers in one day. So we've been doing good. We had a day where we hit, I think, 200,000 views in one day for the channel. So, wow, you know what I mean? We're accomplishing awesome stuff. Life goals are getting done. But it takes hard work and dedication. Like, we haven't been I've had like probably 10, 12 hours of sleep at most in the last 3 days. You know, you guys saw the day of the hurricane at 2 in the morning, I drove to Naples because I knew in the daytime I wasn't going to be able to access those areas. So I went out there before the first responders went out because I knew that after that period, those roads were going to be closed. So I went out there when it was the most dangerous time to be out there. I know it was dangerous. I've been through hurricane before. Like after Hurricane Charlie, I know it was Charlie Wilma. I can't even remember which one it was. It might have been Wilma or Francis, one of the smaller ones. It was one hurricane where we had a lot of flooding. I had a canoe, and we used to be the like we're like the only people on the whole street that had a canoe. And with my canoe in waist deep water, I would put my neighbors on the canoe, and then all their food, all their perishables and stuff. It might have I can't remember which storm this was because I've been through so many at this point. It could have been Wilma. I can't remember which hurricane it was. Could have been I can't remember. I don't remember which storm it was, but I know one of the three hurricanes we went through, the bigger ones. My neighbors, the street flooded really bad, and there was a lot of elderly people that needed to get taken out of our neighborhood. So here I was with a canoe in waist deep water, going half a mile each way, right? Half a mile each way, carrying people and their goods back and forth. I was like a ferry for the whole neighborhood on foot. By the end of the day, both of my legs cramped up. I remember my legs cramped up, and I just had to I had leg pain for 4 days. But I've been in waist deep water rescuing people after hurricanes in mobile home parks where there's aluminum and trees down. So I get off in 6 inches of water, and I got people telling me, "Oh my gosh, you're in 6 inches. You're in the water. You're gonna get hurt." Like, bro, I've been in waist deep water in an area that has septic tanks with people on a canoe, with cars passing by, 4 foot waves and stuff, and we've done all that. We've done all that. So it's not my first rodeo with a hurricane. Boy, I'm glad I'm in Colorado. Are you from Colorado? Or did you move there, and how's the elevation sickness dealing with you? Because I like Colorado. Beautiful state. But man, that elevation sickness, I don't know if I could get used to that. I know a lot of people that are homeless. I don't want to get too specific. But yes, there's people in our direct family, immediate family, that are today homeless. I don't want to be too specific. It's privacy, whatever. But we know people that we love that are homeless today. You got to have money to live in Colorado. Give me a second, y'all. We got music. Okay, guys. I just had to lower the Maserati. I had to lower the volume because we had some Jamaican dance hall. Some beautiful music from Jamaica. Some dance hall music blasting in the background. So, turn up the place. Turn up the place. Some beautiful music from Jamaica. Dance hall. I'm originally from Arkansas, but I've been through two of them come hurricane. Yeah, I get you. No, awesome. Have you been able to get used to the elevation? 9 months or so to rebuild to the bridges. No, I mean it's gonna take. Southwest Florida will not be the same for at least a year, at least. But I will tell you this, and it sounds wrong. Well, it's not heroism. It's just that's life in Florida. It's not like you're a hero. I'm a good hard person, but sometimes I feel that it's a detriment to me because I go so far to help people, and then I feel like when I go through stuff, nobody's there for me. Like I feel like even like I went through. I'm not gonna get into the details of this. I went through a kind of messed up situation with this hurricane where I felt like I just told somebody. I said, "Hey, bro, I've done all this crap for all these people, and now I got this little situation right here, and everybody's looking the other way like it's not their problem." And I had somebody who did something about it. They were like, "Yo," they went and they checked somebody for me. I didn't expect it, but I'm just saying, I feel like I do so much for other people. I help everybody, but then when I need something, I'm screwed a lot of times. I gotta tough it out like anybody else. Money doesn't solve every problem, and I don't have enough money to solve every problem. I have enough money to solve day-to-day problems, but I don't have money to solve long-term problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, my money's new money. We're just starting this channel. I had, I think, 20,000 subscribers a year ago or something. So it's not like, you know what I mean? We're just starting to build something great, but we're not there yet. Maybe if we keep going another year or two, oh, snap. I love the old Buicks, though. Those things are on forever. I know it's weird to get impressed by an old beauty, but yeah. At least I got to visit my bro. It's hard. I'll say I feel you. I've been there, and I'm old enough to be your mom. I hate it. Like, I want to keep being that good guy that helps other people. But when you go through something, and then you look at the people that you've been helping, and they're not there for you, you really feel betrayed, and it makes you not want to help anybody else. And I've been here before. It's not my first time feeling these emotions. It's like I've been here before. I know these feelings, and I feel so stupid that I keep investing so much effort into helping other people. Why do I help people so much? Why do I put so much into other people? And then when I go through some crap, I'm alone sometimes. Like, I want to keep being that heroic, great, good person, but there's a price to pay for being a good person. You know what I mean? Even your own family, Nana, primarily your own family. Rosie Peace, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And then I feel like, let's suppose right now, right? Let's in theory suppose that right now I'm homeless. Okay? I'm not. But let's suppose that in this hurricane, I was homeless. Thank you for the love. I really appreciate it. Let's suppose that right now me and Katie were homeless after this hurricane. Okay, which I think tens of dozens of people might be homeless. Tens of thousands of people. Who knows how many people? So, let's suppose that right now I'm homeless. I think my YouTube subscribers would help me more than my actual family. If that doesn't sound messed up to you, like, even like when I moved back from Alabama, my dad's the greatest person in the world, but my dad's 72 years old and on an SSI, you know what I'm saying? So that's different. But like, right now, when I moved back from Alabama, let me give you an example, a real good example. When I moved to Alabama, I had a group of close friends in Naples that were not my family, and they sent me money to get to Alabama. Because when I left Alabama, we hadn't got the money from the transaction from the real estate. So I left before they printed the check. I was already on the road. And I had friends that sent me money when I was like leaving Florida. Not my family. My family, I didn't even say bye to them, other than my dad. When I left for Alabama, the only person I said bye to was my dad, and that was it. While I was in Alabama, only my dad and Katie's mom went to visit us for a whole year. I thought my brothers and cousins and family would go visit us. Nobody visited us. Just my dad and Katie's mom. That's it. Okay, so I moved back over here. I've been here for over a year back in Florida. The only person that's came to visit us is uncles that live in other towns like Fort Lauderdale, dude solid, you know what I mean? Like, but nobody, none of my family here. I have hundreds of family. Nobody, other than like, nobody, like, has come to visit other than our parents, basically. Right. Now, all this time, I'm still visiting people. I'm inviting people to dinner. I'm doing shit to look out for them. I'm sorry for the vulgarity. I'm really pissed right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm just angry. I do so much for other people, bro. How hard is it to get a freaking phone call, bro? You know what I mean? And I told Katie. Katie's like, call your brother, call your cousin, call your aunt. And I said, Katie, they're not calling you. Why are you calling them? They don't do crap for us. Yo, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating, I'm telling you. You do so much for other people, and they don't do crap for you. And I know this lesson because I've learned this lesson in a cycle. Every year, this lesson repeats itself to me, and I keep trying to be the good person. I try to, when something happens between me and somebody else, even if it's their fault, I apologize to them. I take the blame as if it were my fault, which it wasn't. They're not worth messing with, bro. These people around me are garbage. Now, when you got money, they want to be near you. When they need something, they want to be near you. But ain't nobody call me from my family to see if we're okay, bro. And they call each other. What's the problem, bro? It's like, it's frustrating. And one thing about hurricanes is they bring out the ugliest in people. Not everyone is blessed with family blood relatives. You accept that reality eventually. I mean, I wouldn't call it a blessing. I wouldn't call it a blessing. Why call? Wow, you sound like me. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, no profanity. You're right, nature lover. I'm just a little angry. I'm a little angry. It's been a hard little bit. Are you going to pay cash for the next house or get a mortgage? I don't want a house. It doesn't really even make sense to buy a house. Here's the problem. The problem is we move around too often. We're too young. We don't need a house. I want to rent an apartment. Now, I like having a truck, and I like having a trailer, and I like having an ATV, and I like picking up garbage by the side of the road and putting it in my yard and thinking I'm going to sell it on Marketplace. I like having a property. Okay? I'm not off Summerlin, no. No, I'm in Buckingham, way on the other side of town. Lucky because Buckingham did way better than the hurricane. So, I like a yard, I like junk, and I like having stuff, but what me and Katie need is like an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment, because we spend more time on the road than we do at home. Like, I don't want to live in an apartment. I want a property with land and a truck and a trailer and a big shop where I can work on stuff. But we're at the stage in life where what we want is not what we need. And we're having a huge problem with our family economy because in my mind, I think we need trucks. I think we need trailers. I think we need tools. But that's not what we're doing right now. I still have the poor man's mentality. Or not, it's not a poor man's mentality. It's just like a man's mentality. And like I have literally spent... Let's get rid of this. Yeah, hidden by Kitty immediately. We're on that. Okay, no animals. Not only that, I like having a German Shepherd. Okay? I love having a German Shepherd. I love having a canoe. I love having a truck. I love having a trailer. Karen's old man, we have 66,000 subscribers now, so a little bit more than that. Yeah, a little bit more than that. Where are we going to move to next? Okay, that's a great question. So, me and Katie are planning to move within the next 2 to 3 months. It was going to be in February, but there's other factors around that decision that are not up to me that might have to accelerate that move. Not because I want to, because there's other uncontrollable factors with this move. Now, we were going to get an apartment in Fort Myers. Okay? We were going to get an apartment in Fort Myers. It was a very expensive apartment for my personal opinion. $2,000 a month. Now, that is a crap load of money. But that's what it costs. I can't live in the hood. I don't mind living in the hood, by the way. I don't mind living in a hood, but it's not me. I'm not the problem. It's the people around me that are going to see me as a freaking, like a cash cow walking around, basically. I got to live in a suburban, wealthy area so that my neighbors don't catch on to my lifestyle and think that I'm a free lick. You know what I mean? So I don't mind living in the hood. I'd live off MLK in Fort Myers comfortably. Wouldn't bother me. It's not me. It's those people around me that are hungry, that are trying to rob you, and then they're informal. Because, living in a bad neighborhood, it's not the crime. People are like, oh, it's the crime of living in a bad neighborhood. No, it's not the crime. It's the stupidity. Stupidity leads to poverty. So if you live in a bad neighborhood, you're surrounded by stupid, idiot people. The reason they're poor is because they're stupid. You know what I'm saying? When you live in a bad neighborhood, it's not bad because of the crime. It's bad because the people that are in that neighborhood are stupid. If they were smart, they'd be living better. It's dealing with the stupidity of poor people. Now, if you move into a poor neighborhood and you got an old beat-up truck and you're collecting beer cans outside, then people think, oh, he's poor, they ignore you. But that's not how I live. I like to drive cars and live in them, pull up with Starbucks cups in my hand. You know what I mean? So we were going to move to a nice condominium in Fort Myers very luxurious, near the beach. Jose wants to live near the water, big wig Jose. I'm pretty sure this apartment complex is probably out of business for a little bit now. I feel so stupid that every apartment complex that I wanted to move to, we had a list of places we wanted to move to, are probably all underwater right now, which goes to show how, even though I'm from Florida, I should know better than that, but I don't. Exactly. So we were going to move to an apartment in Fort Myers. Now, the problem is Karen's old man, that when you take the middle ground, you might as well just pay $300 or $400 more and end up in luxury. In a almost ghetto, not quite ghetto, but almost ghetto apartment complex, like, in the middle ground apartments, are going for $1,700 a month. Bro, if I'm paying $1,700 a month, it better be ballin'. I'm not gonna pay $1,700 a month to live in some ghetto, almost ghetto apartment complex. So I told Katie, let's just pay another $300 or $400 more. Okay, we're gonna pay $2,000 a month, but we'll end up in a luxury gated community. It actually makes more sense to pay that kind of money to live in a gated community than it does to pay $1,700 to live in a middle ground neighborhood. I know that sounds crazy, but you do the math. So the apartment complex, we've been looking for a while. This is a long search. Me and Kate are picky. And after all this long search, the apartment complexes that I wanted, I can guarantee you they probably had a 4-foot storm surge inside those apartments. There's a beautiful apartment complex off Iona. And I'm pretty sure that the apartment complex we wanted to move into is now, it probably is gone, because it's almost to Sanibel Island. I told Katie, I want to be 5 minutes from Sanibel. Look, Sanibel's gone. Fort Myers Beach is gone. So the question remains, if we had signed a lease, not only would our apartment have got destroyed, but now you pay $2,000 a month to be near Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach, and now Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach are destroyed. So now that doesn't make sense, does it? Why aren't we living in a Winnebago? I just had a friend call me today and said, Jose, buy a Winnebago and park it in my backyard. And I was like, dude, I'm not living in another camper. Thank you for the offer. I'll think about it. But no, I had somebody call me today and say, Jose, he's got a huge property. He says, Jose, come live on my property, bro. And just park a camper here. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that right now. I mean, it would be awesome, by the way. It's an area I like too. But I was like, nah, I need an apartment. Do your house make it? I hope you and your woman is okay. Our house made it, but I'm renting. So if it hadn't made it, it wouldn't be my problem. And that's the beautiful thing about renting. Look, many years ago, buying was a great investment. Guys, in the last like 2 or 3 months, have you guys noticed that I've been hinting at renting is probably better? If you're renting, you're not yeah. Love that sound, man. If you're renting, you don't have to worry about hurricanes. You don't have to worry about property taxes. You don't have to worry about remodeling anything. You don't have to worry about, if the neighbors suck, guess what? You can just move. If you buy a property, you can't just move because you don't like your neighbors. You know what I mean? So there are some serious advantages to renting in Florida. Would I rent if I lived in Tennessee? If I was like from Tennessee, living in Tennessee, you would buy. But to live in South Florida, now in North Florida, buying would make more sense. But in South Florida right now, I don't think buying makes any sense at all. The tenant pays for everything, and then the profit the landlord makes. Well, Billy, let me ask you this. What profit is there? Let me give you an idea. Katie's... Okay, here's a better example. There's an apartment complex in Fort Myers, right? Now, this apartment complex flooded 5 years ago. And guess what happened this week? It flooded again. That's not really profit for that apartment complex. Now they have to... Every tenant in the entire complex has to leave now. Now, when these tenants leave... By the way, the cars here in Palm Beach County are pimping, bro. These people got money. Or loans, or debts. One or the other. They either got a lot of money or a lot of debt. One of the two. You guys stay in Fort Myers? Yeah, we're in Fort Myers right now, but we're in we live in Fort Myers. Damaris vivimos in Fort Myers, but we're currently in Palm Beach County because Fort Myers is off the grid for a little bit. Yes, I'm in West Palm Beach right now. I am. But think about this complex, this apartment complex, right? This apartment complex got flooded 5 years ago, and now they got flooded again. Would I ever return to Pahokee? I actually was near. Yeah, I have no problem with Pahokee. But there's a difference between recording a YouTube video in Pahokee and going to Pahokee. I actually have a lot of subscribers in Belle Glade and Pahokee that love my channel. In fact, I spent the day in Belle Glade today. Today I was in Belle Glade. Now I wasn't recording. I'm not gonna go in Belle Glade and be like, "Yo, man, I'm in the BG." You know, that's stupid because you're gonna get checked. But I spent a good portion of the day in Belle Glade today, which is right next to Pahokee. Okay, so I go to Belle Glade. I go to Pahokee. Today I spent the day. I had food and everything in Belle Glade. Okay, but there's a difference between me and Katie going to Belle Glade and acting like normal people and going there to blog and stuff. That's ridiculous because, you know, you're going to get checked. But, okay, so somebody asked about, I know there's 300 people here, so I'm trying to answer everybody's questions, but it's going to be impossible. Patrick says, Jose, you should buy a cheap duplex in Lehigh. Live one side and rent the other side. You know, Lehigh is not worth what you pay for it. Yes, smash the like button, people, for sure. Thank you. We got 300 people watching, and only 130 have hit the like button. That's weak. We gotta hit the like button, people. Buying a duplex isn't ideal. No, I'm not gonna live in a duplex. I don't want a duplex. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to deal. I'm tired of living on top of people. I hate dealing with people. That's why I moved to Alabama, to be out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. I thought it was the middle of nowhere, but apparently it wasn't. You know? If I had it my way... All right, guys, we got music, so give me a second. I got to mute it for a second. Somebody was blasting some slow jams of some sort. Okay, guys. Cozy with the neighbors. Yes, I'm sick of dealing with people, bro. If I had it my way, I would have a 10-acre property in a place like the Golden Gate Estates or West Palm Beach, where I was close to everything I need, but on 10 acres where I didn't have to see nobody. Yeah, I've been to Lithia. It's just a small little country town. Nothing out there. I just bought a house in Estero and I'm moving in May. You got me doubting myself now. Yeah, Michael, you'll be all right, man. I mean, it's Estero. I wish I could live in Estero. You know what I mean? Like, you pay for the lifestyle either way. Look, you buy a house in California, it's going to burn. You buy a house in Florida, it's going to be a hurricane. But the thing about buying houses... I'm going to make a video about what type of property yeah, that sounds beautiful. What type of house you should buy in Florida and what type of house you should not buy in Florida. I should make that video. Yo, we got Trenton, Florida in the house. Shout outs to Trenton, Florida. The whole Big Bend region. Beautiful, quiet Trenton, Florida in the house. I'm closing on a house in Citrus County on Monday morning. It's a brand new house. It's got first taste of the hurricane, passed with flying colors, no damage or flooding. I'm so happy. Marisol, I am happy for you. And yes, if you buy a brand new house and it's in an inland location, you don't have to worry about hurricanes. Look, if you buy a house in Citrus County, let's say, and its elevation's 15 foot high, and it's got a brand new roof, it's got up to code construction, there's nothing to worry about. So I feel like people are now afraid of Florida, but it's what you buy. Like, I made a video a while back, and it's got like 60,000 views or something, where I was like, yo, you should never buy a mobile home in Florida. Probably thousands of people commented on that video trying to tell me like, oh, I live in a mobile home and it's a great idea. Is it a great idea now? And I've told you guys, if you buy a house in Naples along the beach, it's for rich people. It's not for normal people. I've told you, like, I've had people tell me, I'm going to move to Naples. And I'll be like, how much money do you have? Oh, I got $10,000 in the bank. I'm like, don't move to Naples with $10,000 in the bank. Now, if you got $400,000 in the bank, your house is insured, and you have another house in Pennsylvania, who gives a crap if a hurricane destroys your house? Your insurance is going to pay for it. You know what I mean? And now you're going to sell, you eventually might sell a house for more than you paid for it. Because rich people get what they want. It's freaking logical, you know what I mean? Like, I tell people how it really is, and sometimes people don't want to hear that. They want to hear whatever they want to hear. What do you think about the villages? I would not live there. Actually, I have considered living there. Not for the reasons you think, though. Not for the reasons you think. The thing about the villages is like this. The villages. Okay, check this out. It's safe from hurricanes. It's just too many old people. There's no real nice way of saying this. It's for elderly people. It's not for young people, okay? And that's okay. It's good to be a young person in an area where only old people live. But the old people there are perverted. They need help. They need to repent. And I wouldn't want to live there. Now, from an economical perspective, let me sit down. My legs hurt. From an economical perspective, the villages doesn't sound too bad, really. Freaks. Yeah, they're weird, man. There's too much weird crap going on there. Sumter County is boring, but it is quiet. I mean, it's a quiet place. I would much rather live in Citrus County. Now, but keep in mind, you do have new structures. There's a lot of great things about living. There's great things about living in Citrus County, believe it or not. There are great little... There's its... How... the quirks and features. That's how Doug DeMuro would put it. There's its quirks and features. It's a new area. There's restaurants, but it's very artificial. The Villages is a very artificial place. It's lacking authenticity, and, well, it's pretty much an eyesore. A lot of people from Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, not Ohio, but like maybe Michigan, Minnesota, kind of like the real far north states, they like the Villages because it's kind of got that cheesy vibe they like, the smile where retirement's happiness. So for those types of people, it's good. You know what I mean? But it's not for everybody. It's not for me, for sure. Jacksonville County, not bad place to the beaches. You know, I like Jacksonville beaches, but man, the crime out there is insane. I would not even dare to live stream in Jacksonville. Here, I'm alert. I'm super alert here. You know what I mean? I'm super alert here in Palm Beach County. Somebody could definitely just try to hit a lick on this camera, but I'm concerned here. I'm looking around, but I know I can do it. Now in Jacksonville, they would just make a robbery out of you. Jacksonville, I've been in Jacksonville. I've had people try to carjack you, and Jacksonville's insane, bro. Like, it's like there's no moment of rest in Jacksonville. You have to always be on point. Like, here, I can get out of a gas station at night. I'm looking out for my surroundings. Jacksonville, you get off at a gas station at night, you're not looking out for your surroundings. You're looking out for your life. I don't like Jacksonville for that aspect. I love to vacation in Jacksonville. Jacksonville, beaches are great to visit. It's beautiful. It's calm. I like Jacksonville beaches to visit, but would I live there? I'm not sure. Doesn't scare me. Been here for 40 years in certain parts. Yeah, I really like Jacksonville, and that's the sad part about Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I feel there's just too much crime. Like, I got a lot of Cuban friends that live in Arlington. There's a bunch of Cubans in Arlington. I got friends in Arlington. They have their own houses. They bought them cheap. But bro, last time I was in Arlington, I saw violence. The time before that, I saw the last 3 times I've been in Jacksonville, I've seen violence take place. So you're like, yo, this place is constantly on the move, you know? Like, here in Palm Beach County, if you stay in your own lane, you're good. Like, you look at these cars that are driving around here. I can't even afford these cars, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at these cars like, yo, I can't even afford these. Look at these cars that are passing by. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at these cars that are passing by through here. Like, this area here, I couldn't probably not afford to live here. But, yeah. I love your videos, watching from Australia. Cool. My aunt and nephew got R in Jacksonville. Oh, wow. Jacksonville is part of the Deep South, to be honest. And again, well, Midwest, we've seen a few other cars pass through. I wasn't referring to that car. I was referring to some of the cars that have passed in the time we've been here. It's boring here. I like Jacksonville, bro. Like, Jacksonville, it has like everything I like as a city. It's got beaches. That's a check. It's got beach vibes. That's a check. The weather in Jacksonville, I think, is perfect. That's a plus. It's got Arlington, which is like a small piece of Miami. The Hispanic population there is starting to grow. That's a plus, you know. A growing Hispanic population. It's got small towns on the outskirts. You guys know I love barbecue and I love American country culture. And you got places all the way around Jacksonville that are very like American Southern culture. Jacksonville has the best barbecue of any city. Jacksonville's got the best barbecue of any city, period, in the South, I think. Like, there's a lot that I like about Jacksonville. Now, here's the problem with that. The problem is that the crime is just too bad. On most trips to Jacksonville, I deal with violence, and I don't like violence. It's like, not only that, let me move. I'm going to change spots here because I think I've seen a car roll by more than twice. I don't like that. Okay, give you an idea. The last time I checked into a hotel in Jacksonville, there was somebody running a lick, like a robbery. And the people that were doing the robbery in the hotel parking lot were talking to the people that run the front desk. So the people at the front desk were pretty much helping the robbers do the robberies. Do you catch me on that? I stay in a hotel in Jacksonville, and the people at the front desk are linked in with the people that are doing the robberies. That's like, who wants to do that? Can you imagine staying in a hotel and the person that's in the front desk is pretty much they do a scam. No. Not only that, it's the second time that while in Jacksonville this happens. 2 times in a row. Now, I don't really... No, they're not ghetto hotels. Dude, look where I'm staying today. Look. Is that a ghetto hotel? Look where I'm staying today. Look where I'm staying today, bro. I don't like to stay in ghetto hotels. It's not a ghetto hotel. Like, it really isn't a ghetto hotel that I'm staying at. I stay in good hotels. Both times I've seen this happen. Now, I don't know the intricacy of the scam, but the scam goes like this. The scam goes something like this. And again, I use the word something like this because there's no exact... All right, I gotta turn off the audio for a second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn off the audio so we don't get a copyright. Okay, sorry guys. I had to take the audio off for a second because they're blasting loud music. Okay, so the scam goes like this. The person walks up to the hotel and they try to get your room key when you leave. So let's say you check into a hotel. They try to get... Okay, so they'll stay in a hotel room, okay? They'll stay in a hotel room. And then while they're staying in this hotel room, they'll try to to get a key for your room. So here's the way it works. Okay, so they'll get a hotel room, right? And then they'll try to get the key for the hotel room after they checked out. So they'll have a key for the hotel room, and then get they try to get the key for the room after they checked out. But now there's somebody else checked into the room. Now I don't know exactly how they pull it off, but it's like a constant like thing that's always happening in Jacksonville. Now I don't know exactly how they pull this scam off. I've tried figuring it out, but every time I go to Jacksonville, it seems like almost like every time I go to Jacksonville, there's always somebody trying to get a hotel room key for a room they're not in, and the managers are like, so they'll say like they'll check into a hotel room, and then they'll say they left something in the hotel room, but then they go in the hotel room, and then they try to use it when they're not supposed to, and then I don't know really how it works, but both times I've been in Jacksonville, I've seen people trying to pull this off, and it makes me wonder like what exactly is this about? Like, is it really? If you come to Jacksonville, there's hotels that look nice but are just painted over. Exactly. Like rebrands and stuff like that. You could build a house in Texas, but basically it's just a blueprint. Exactly. But that's why houses get swept away during hurricanes. Fort Myers has bad parts. For real. Fort Myers does have bad parts. But for some reason, they let you live. Fort Myers is a live and let live place. Like, and it's a no snitching place. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Ormond Beach is affordable and beautiful. I do agree. Ormond Beach is beautiful. But we do have to find another place, guys. It could be in Fort Myers. Our Fort Myers plans have been fumbled because of this hurricane. I don't know if rents are going to go up or they're going to go down. So I mentioned earlier the cars. Like one drove by that was a Land Rover. The one before was a Porsche. So there are fancy cars out here. St. Augustine, Florida, too. People are leaving this bar. They're definitely not sober when they leave the bar. St. Augustine, Florida. Here's another city, St. Augustine. It's beautiful, historic, and everything. Has a good night. Thanks for have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for sir. Katie's channel, Jose. I love you both. I'm still working and I have to go. Hey, no problem. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. We'll keep supporting our channel. We'll be back for sure. Why should my boyfriend move to? I don't want him anywhere in Florida. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know your situation. I used to do consulting for people, but I've kind of stopped advertising that. Well, the bars aren't affected. I guess that's a good. Well, we're not in Fort Myers right now. We're in Palm Beach on the other coast. Papa, ¿cómo está aquello? Dime que Cape Coral y High. Bro, Cape Coral y High are like pretty much in bad shape, bro. Lehigh made it better. Lehigh hizo mejor. Que Coral sí la tuvo feo, pero it'll recover, bro. ¿Cómo está Lehigh or Cape Coral? Mira, Lehigh survive okay, bro. Lehigh okay. No, en 5 días todo va a estar normal en Lehigh. Cape Coral maybe 10, 15, 20 days. Cape Coral's going to need a little bit more recovery. But we'll get back to normal. Jose, tell me what you think about Bradenton, Florida. Okay, Bradenton's an interesting one. I'm going to keep moving, y'all. There's people over there whistling. Bradenton's a good one. Bradenton is like Fort Myers, where like you have all these great, beautiful areas, and then you have all these horrible hoods. If you can afford to live on Anna Maria Island, it's beautiful. But realistically, traffic in Bradenton is horrendous, especially if you're commuting from Bradenton and Sarasota. It's pretty crappy. So the commute in Bradenton sucks. There's a lot of negatives with Bradenton. The commute's pretty crappy. Let's just start off with the commute. It's a crappy commute. It's really not a great commute from Bradenton into Sarasota. There's always traffic. Guys, I'm going to run past this bar real quick, and I'm going to turn the music off for a second, but don't leave me. I'll be right back. I'm just going to turn the music... Well, it's not that I'm trying to be hard on you, but every time that I go to Bradenton, I end up stuck in a crappy traffic jam between Sarasota and Bradenton. Like, there has got to be like an infrastructure project to improve that situation. There really has to. I kid you not. Every time, every single time that I go to every single time that I go to Bradenton, I end up stuck in a really crappy traffic jam in Sarasota to Bradenton. Like, I'm not trying to be hard on you. Hey, I like Bradenton has so many hoods, man. Like, it's not that I hate the place. It's like for example, I live in Fort Myers. Fort Myers has a lot of hoods, but I live there. I'm from there. I just know the area really well, so it feels comfortable to me because it's my home story. But like, I recognize that to an outsider, they may not like that. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that. Learn the back roads. Okay, so I'll have to learn more about the area. Because it seems like every single time I go to Bradenton, I end up at least 30 minutes stuck, heading north, either on 41 or the other road where all the big warehouses are. I always end up getting stuck in Bradenton. Now, Bradenton is very similar to Naples or Fort Myers. Like, I obviously, Bradenton's downtown is like here's the other thing about Bradenton. I just feel like Fort Myers has more to offer. Naples has more to offer. Even Sarasota, of course. So it's kind of like it's between all these great cities, and you're kind of like in the middle. You know what I mean? It's like a not so great city. Maybe that's the way to put it. Like, it's a not so great city surrounded by great cities. Now, if you have a lot of money and you're telling me you're gonna move to like Anna Maria Island, well, that's a whole different story. There's a lot of work in Bradenton, though. I'll give you that. There's definitely a lot of work in Bradenton. There's too much work in Bradenton. So these apartments down here, Katie, did you look up to see how much these apartments cost? I think they're over $2,000 a month to live in those apartments over there. Affordable, yeah. Beautiful, guys. I'm living my dream. I love West Palm Beach to be here. So to be in West Palm Beach to me is like awesome. Good to go. Good to go. Fancy. Oh, I hate when people leave their hotel windows open and you can just see what they got going on inside. Gotta be buzzed in. The pool's closed, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful pool, but it's close. So for $2,000 a month, you can live in those apartments over there. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. The pool is beautiful, but it's actually closed right now. There's actually people dancing inside the lobby. I'll show you guys the pool, and I can't go in there because they close it at 8:30. But I'll show you guys what the pool looks like. Tell me that's not cool. Definitely cool. Beautiful out here. Guys, I'm so tired. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Gorgeous. Man, I'm so tired, y'all. Just tired, man. But it's a nice hotel. I'm not going to say it's not. Kind of relaxing out here. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, yes. Okay, guys. I feel like I've been somewhere. Laugh out loud. Yeah, we try to do that with our channel. That's cool. Yeah, we were here. Oh, somebody was smoking out here. I hate the smell. Nothing ruins. $2,000 a month gets you a mansion in Ohio and practically the whole Midwest. But do you have these palm trees in Ohio? And do you have hurricanes in Ohio? And do you have Kodak Black in Ohio? You have Dave Chappelle in Ohio. We got Kodak Black, man. You gotta pay for these luxuries out here. West Palm Beach is run down drug rehab houses, people with insurance and Medicaid fraud. Oh my gosh. Dean, you're on point, man. Smotzer. Dean, your last name. Smotzer. I actually went to school with a Smotzer from Germany. In Naples. Any relationship to a Smotzer? I actually went to school with a girl that her last name was Smotzer. Is that any relationship to any other Smotzers in Naples? I'm not sure if you're the same one, but I've seen that name. I know that name from Naples. I went to school for a girl whose last name was Smocher. Chelsea Smocher. Yeah, she was kind of German American. Anyways, that's not how you pronounce Smocher. That's the way we used to pronounce it. It's German. That's the way we used to pronounce it. That's the way she wanted us to pronounce her last name. Now, could there have been another pronunciation to it? Absolutely. Is that a normal German last name, by the way? Is Shoemaker. Schumacher. Okay, never mind. Sounds like maybe is that a common German last name? Ohio man doesn't have the infamous Florida man either, you Buckeye. Well, let me tell you about Ohio. I think Florida man is really Ohio man that moved to Florida. Shoemaker. Okay, cool. Yes. Cool. Cool, Dean. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, so interesting. Laugh out loud. I don't know. Formula One pricks driver. Okay, you are correct, Jose. Yeah, Ohio man. Okay, let's be honest. Florida man is from Ohio. Let's be real about that. My grandparents are from Germany. Yeah, I recognize that as a German last name. I just didn't know how common it was. How high are rent prices in Lehigh? Okay, a 2-bedroom. Hold on. Okay, so here's the problem with Lehigh. So you can rent in Lehigh right now let's start here. Okay, let's do it like this. A brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 2-car garage, brand spanking new. You're talking just built, nobody's lived in it. It's $2,400. However, you can get that's older between 18 to 2,000. Okay, that's if you're renting. However, if you move into a very bad neighborhood, you can get the same exact thing in a very bad neighborhood. So for like 16 to 1800, but you're talking like in a bad, scary, like Southwest Lehigh, like in the scariest, baddest part of Lehigh, you can get that same unit for something like, probably like you can find a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in the duplex in the hood for like 1,600 in Lehigh, but you really risk a home invasion robbery, almost guaranteed. I mean, like, I've been driving around Lehigh, the bad parts, and you'll see, like, on a normal basis, blown out windows. So the home invasion thing, if you move into what's called the Triangle, which is like the area where rents are under $1,800 a month, you can guarantee somebody's gonna. Yeah, the pool's over here. It's beautiful. Unfortunately, I asked the guy. I'm like, I'm not gonna be swimming, but they closed the pool at 8:30. So, and it's not the hotel's fault. It's actually the city ordinance. So the city ordinance, pretty much. Well, it doesn't matter. The thing about a home invasion robbery is that they're gonna catch you when you're not there. You know what I mean? Like, well, you don't. The home invasion robbery. It's not when you're home. They put you on a schedule and they find out when you're not home, and when you're not home, that's when they're coming. They break into your house. So like, it'll be like somebody that lives across the street from you, and you move into the unit, and you're like, okay, everything's good. I moved into this apartment. Okay, everything looks fine. Oh wait, the people across the street. Once they find out when you work and when you're not there, then they come for you when you're not there. So that's the thing about home invasions in Lehigh. It's like they're going to purposely time it to know when you're not home. Yes, people. The thing is it's not even about having a big dog. If you move into a poor part of Lehigh, you're going to get robbed. There's no question about it. Okay? So if you move into the area of Lehigh, if you move in like to Buckingham area, no, but it's very like. So the thing about Lehigh is like, it depends on how much you pay. Like, if you're in an area of Lehigh Acres like Buckingham where I live, okay, so they'll do that too. Okay, so I don't know the right terms. So here's what I know. Like, where I live is the Buckingham section. So like in order to do a robbery there, you would have to drive into the neighborhood and start scoping stuff around, dude. Where I live, it's all rednecks. You'd have to be out of your mind. So like in the Buckingham area, for example, where I live, it's all rednecks. They don't need pit bulls. They're rednecks. They are the pit bull. You know what I mean? So nobody like in the area of Lehigh where I live, people have like their ATVs outside at night. You know what I mean? Like I like living near rednecks because nobody does. You'd have to be out of your mind to go near. Like even when I lived in Alabama, like the people from other neighborhoods would not go into our neighborhood. Like they'd be terrified. Like part of what like I got robbed in Alabama, but I didn't get a home invasion. I think the reason they didn't do it is because my neighborhood was just it was rednecks, and usually wherever there's a lot of rednecks is a bad place to pull a home invasion type robbery. Well, anyways, like where I live in Buckingham, a lot of them there's a lot of cops. So like Lehigh, you have to understand there's good parts of Lehigh, and there's bad parts. Like in the part of Lehigh where I live, rents are pushing 2,600. So it's better, and there's more homeowners. So with more homeowners, you have less crap. So like it depends. Just like if you put yourself in a $1,600 a month area, it's bad. Now there's parts of Fort Myers where you can rent for 1,400 or less. Right. If you get into the 1,400 or less area, you're talking like like there might be somebody slaying it, there might be a drive by. So like the price really dictates. Yeah, this is a Fairfield Inn or a Spring Hill. I don't know what the crap they're called. I stay in them all the time, but I don't know the differences. But okay, let's say crappiest apartment or duplex available. Anything cheaper than 1K? No. No, 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 no. 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 Under $1,000 in Fort Myers? No. No, no, no. Move to Destin. So Dean, I've actually considered Destin, and I've actually considered Panama City Beach. I've thought about it. It's on the. I like the vibes there. I really do. But that I feel that in Destin or Panama City Beach, the locals are not gonna take to me like they do down here. I feel like they're not gonna take kindly to me. Like I have a lot of freedom down in South Florida. I would love to live in Miami. We're in the West Palm Beach area. How about Pensacola? Old people? No, the problem with Pensacola is that it's practically like it's a. So there's good like where I live now in there's good country. Like I live in Buckingham. It's country, but it's a good type of country. You're talking rednecks who protect their neighborhood and drive brand new pickup trucks. Pensacola's rednecks who like work at the Dollar General. There's a huge difference. Not to be offensive or anything, but it's just like I don't really like that type of redneck. I like the redneck like where I live now that drives a big F-350 and has more protection than you can imagine. That's the type of redneck that I want to live next door to. I want the redneck that's going to be like, hey, bro, we went hunting. Do you want some deer meat? That's the type of redneck I want to have next door. I don't want to have the redneck next door that, like, is married to his cousin. You know what I mean? And Pensacola is too close to Alabama. No offense, but it's more Alabama than Florida. Now, Pensacola Beach, Destin feels a lot like this part of Florida. No, I would rather be in South Florida. I've thought about Tampa. There's no nice way of saying that one, okay? I did the best I could to explain that. Okay, I did the best I could to explain that. Panama City's close to Alabama too, I know. But Panama City feels like Florida because the beach is so clear. I know, it's just too close to Alabama, bro. No, I don't like Apollo Beach, Ruskin area. It's not me. So, okay, I'll give you guys... We don't know is the thing. Like, that's the thing, is that we really don't know. Do you think Lehigh would stay country rural, or it will be developed soon? I think even though Lehigh is growing, It will always at heart be like a rural place, country, rural, in a good way. Great people. I really liked I like the people that live in my neighborhood, like in Buckingham. But you have to understand, there's a difference between Lehigh and Buckingham. Like you got parts of Lehigh that are country people, retired people. I like those people. And then you got the ghetto Lehigh. You got the like Lehigh is very like Lehigh is not one specific thing. Okay? You have like successful Hispanic areas, you got ghetto Hispanic areas. You got ghetto redneck areas and you got very nice redneck areas. So like Lehigh is not just one single thing. It's kind of like a combination of different areas. You know what I mean? So when you look at Lehigh, you just have to understand that there's like great parts of Lehigh and then there's like really crappy parts. You know? Exactly, like Homestead, Florida. You got places in Homestead, Florida that are like country tropical castles, man. And then you got parts of uh of Homestead that are the hood. You know? I think Pompano Beach may be just the perfect place for you. I don't like Pompano. I think it's too ghetto. There, I said it. Is everyone staying in Florida? A lot of people are gonna move, but people are still gonna move to Florida. Like even now, even now. See, like somebody said, keep your Glock tucked, bro. I don't want to live in a place like that. Like when I'm in Palm Beach, I'm not worried about anything like that. When I'm in Naples, I'm not worried about that, bro. Like I just feel like is Kodak Black from Pompano? Yeah, he's from Pompano, but Pompano again, you have the hood in Pompano, and then you got the rich side of Pompano, the beaches and stuff. But yes, Kodak Black is in fact from Pompano, and a lot of so is there's a lot of famous people from this area, young famous people. Yeah, you got the Island Boys. You got actually the Island Boys are from where I'm at right now. This is where the Island Boys are actually from in this area, believe it or not. The Island Boys are actually from this area here. You know what I mean? The Island Boys are from this area where I'm at right now. This is where the Island Boys are from. I know it doesn't look ghetto, so but this is the area they're from. Um, do you think Southwest Florida housing prices will ever come down or keep going up just demand? You know, I haven't really thought about that. My Glock is tucked 100% no mate in Jacksonville, Bama. In your own. Yeah, I understand that, but like, all right. So check this out. Do I think prices are going to go up or down in Southwest Florida? Not even I know, and I'm very in touch with the area. I know a lot of people are going to move out of Southwest Florida. A lot of people that were moving to Southwest Florida are considering not moving. But I run a Facebook group that's for Naples, and there are so many people. There are so many people that are still planning to move to Naples, believe it or not. I know the pier's gone. I know the beaches got flooded and the storm washed away everything along the coast. But regardless, there are still a lot of people who are going to move to Naples. And I know that sounds crazy, but I have a Facebook group that's about Naples that I started. It's got like almost 3,000 people. And there are a lot of people planning to move to Naples. Like, it's insane how many people are still going to move to Naples even after the hurricane. Actually, because of the hurricane, people think Naples is going to get cheaper, so now they're wanting to move here. Patrick wants to know what is the best part of Fort Myers. Well, there's great areas in Fort Myers. So let's start off with the beaches. They're all gone for now, so we'll wait on that. Okay? So, I'm sorry, y'all. Can you see how tired I am in my face? I love this conversation, guys, but I am so tired. Midland, Texas is never gonna happen for me. No, that place was. I go crazy in a place like that. I gotta see trees. Look, bro, I gotta see that right. See that right there? See those palm trees? I gotta see that. I gotta see that. Let me put this. Let me put the stabilizer on for a minute, y'all. Okay, so Vero Beach. Okay, right, let me put this on for a minute. So just sit here and watch these palm trees. See, here's the problem. The person who said don't New York or Florida, I live in Florida. On my street, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 houses on my street. 4 of them are from New York. Florida is New York, whether you like it or not. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. You heard what I said? I live on a street where 4 out of 6 houses are people from New York. Florida is New York. Florida is Cuba. Florida is New York. Florida is cowboys from the 1800s that were down here. Florida is Italians in New York. Florida is Jamaicans. Florida is Haitians. Florida is freaking Florida rednecks that are down here. They're freaking, their skin's tough as crap because they're real Florida cowboys. Florida is more than just, you know what I'm saying? Like, Florida is Cubans, Haitians, New Yorkers, Pennsylvania, all that. Florida's all that, baby. We're not cowboys. Yes, there's cowboys in Florida. In fact, look up the history of Arcadia, Florida. Venezuelans, New Yorkers, Italians, all of that. Creek Indians, baby. We're all of that. You know, when people say, don't New York my Florida, Florida is New York. Miami is New York. Tampa is New York. Naples is New York. You understand? Yeah, I'm sleepy too. I'm tired. Oh, we got to delete that. Let's get on top of it. Let's see who's the first one to get it. Who's the first one to get it? Did I get it? Oh, let's get him. Let's get him. Oh, Nature Lover got it first. You beat me to it. Cool. Wiregrass Country, Florida Crackers, the original cowman. Exactly. You guys don't even know about the real Florida cowboys. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know we got cowboys in Florida? Y'all don't know that. Those are the real Floridians. You know what I mean? We have a lot of people. We have Guatemalans. Oh, my God. Good point, Dean. Guatemalans, there's probably a good deal. I don't know how many Guatemalans, but Florida is Mexico. You know, Florida has more cattle than Texas. I don't know if you guys knew that. Hello. Don't Florida my New York. Oh, that's funny right there. You got it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean don't New York or Florida? It has nothing to do. Florida's a swing state. That's the thing. All you people that think Florida's a red state, Florida's not a red state. Florida's a swing state. It could go either way. Because people in Florida don't give a crap about politics. People in Florida care about which person they like when they go to vote. But we don't talk about politics on this channel, so that's a bad conversation. But anyways, Florida's not a red state. Florida's a swing state. People got Florida confused. Let me tell you, Florida has more cattle than Texas. I don't know if y'all knew that. Okay? There's cattle in Orlando. There's cattle in La Belle. There's cattle in Arcadia. Okay? There's a lot of cattle all along the north side of Florida too. You know what I mean? Scattered. Florida is Puerto Rico. The problem with love, the problem that you don't understand is that the problem that you mentioned is more present in like places that don't have diversity. And I've already traveled America to see it, so you can't run that story past me because I've traveled America. The most drugged out places in America have the least diversity. West Virginia, Missouri, those are the places with the least diversity, and they're the places with the most of that DRU problem you mentioned. Is traffic really bad in Lehigh? Not anymore. They fixed that problem already. I know I keep moving my camera around. I'm really upset at the angle I got here. I don't like the angle I'm seeing. That's better. Watch out for the crackheads in the beach. They'll try to rob you. No, 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 no. Okay, so let me tell you, there's a million Puerto Ricans in Central Florida. Do you guys know that there's more Puerto Ricans in Florida than there are Cubans? I know a lot of people are leaving the live stream because they don't want to hear the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. There's a million Cubans in Florida. There's a million Puerto Ricans in Florida. There's like 500,000 Haitians. There's like 400,000 Venezuelans. Used to have 800,000 Mexicans, but the Mexican population has been decreasing. I think there's between 400 to 600,000 Guatemalans in Florida. I don't know what percentage of Florida is New Yorkers, but plenty of New Yorkers in Florida. You got Italians in Tampa. There's a huge diversity that goes into the state of Florida that goes beyond just one thing or the other. Florida, they got Jamaicans, Haitians, Trinidadian, Bahamian. This turned political so quick. Yeah, they want to make it political, but I'm not trying to make... This isn't political. I'm just telling you, like, the Florida has... who's being a troll here? Who's the troll? Let me see if I can find him. All right, so let's get off this topic, for real. Let's get off this topic. But there's Florida's not just... Haitians in general are nice. Yeah, you got Haitians in Broward County, Palm Beach County, Collier County, Lee County. Haitians are a huge percentage of the population down here.
Sorry to interrupt you. Did you have to get back here?
Yeah, you got to go through that door, and you got to hit that. Yeah, you got to put your key on that one. Yeah, I was stuck here for 3 minutes trying to figure that one out.
Sorry.
And it makes no sense because the main entry is over here, not there.
Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry. This is just a casual conversation here.
Okay.
Who's the troll? I don't know who's the troll. Yeah, Haitians are great people. I actually missed... One thing that I missed about Florida is Haitians. I like Haitian people a lot. I love their food. I love how happy and... this is a nice Fairfield Inn, yeah, for sure. It's very nice. Sac passe, na boule. We got the best rodeos. Yeah, the little town of Arcadia near where I live, they do chicken shows, they do poultry shows, they do Chef Creole. You know what I'm talking about. That's right. Ça passe na boule. So the Orlando area has like a lot of Puerto Ricans. All Central Florida's Puerto Rican nowadays. Florida has a good food because it's that. Yeah, exactly. I love it. We got Haitian food. What I like about Haitian people is how happy they are. Like, Haitian people, I don't know how to explain it, but they're very approachable people. Like, their Creole food is incredible, but like, I like Haitian people because they're very, like, if I'm in let's say I'm in a hotel, right? And Haitian people, the vast majority of hospitality is a lot of Haitians work in hospitality and medical field. Okay, so there's two industries that Haitians are most predominantly in Florida, is hospitality and the medical field. Haitian people are good people, man. Now you have the ones that should have probably stayed in Haiti for all, but they're like less than 3% of Haitians. Now you got the Haitians that grew up in Port-au-Prince, and they should have probably stayed in Haiti and not came to America. But they're like a very small percentage, like any other group, For the most part, Haitian people are like when I walk into a hotel, you know what I mean? Like, let's say I walk into a hotel or a restaurant, and the cooks are usually going to be Haitian. And if you stay in a hotel, a lot of times the people doing cleaning or front desk are going to be Haitian. Haitian people are genuinely happy, outgoing people. When you see a Haitian person, they almost always have a smile on their face. They're they're genuinely happy people. Like, especially the older people that are Haitian, I think they're they feel very fortunate to be in America. They come from a place of poverty, and they're just happy. Oh yeah, Colombians, Nicaraguans, all that too, yeah. But then, Haitian people, the older ones, they don't spend a lot of money. They're good. They know how to manage their economy because they come from a poor country. So even the older people were able to save up a lot of money. They drive cars till they drop. They don't. They're not. They're very American and capitalistic people. They have a lot of like. So every community in Florida is different, and the Haitian community, I feel, is a successful community in Florida because they know how to conserve. Like a Haitian person has no problem having $100,000 in the bank and driving in a '96. No gang stuff on our channel, okay? No gang stuff, please. Please keep the gang stuff out of the other conversation. It's not worth it. But the older Haitian people, they'll drive like a 89 Corolla, and they're saving money while they don't have to pay a high car insurance. They don't have to have a lot of car repairs. They don't have a car payment, so they're saving all that money. I think they're very smart people. Haitian, over the years living in Florida, I've had a lot of really good Haitian friends. Like, I worked at this restaurant with two chefs, Timothy and Espiel. That's their names. We worked together for close to 2 years. And they became very close friends of mine. And in those 2 years, we used to work together in the kitchen, but like a lot of times the kitchen would be empty. It was we would have like a 1 hour period of the night where people would come in for dinner, but like the first 2 hours of the day, nobody was there. And then the last 2 hours, like we had like 3 hours a day where I'm just in this kitchen hanging out with two Haitians. And one of them was Baptist, the other one was Methodist. They're very, at least these two guys that I worked with that were Haitian, they were very religious, and they didn't just pretend like they were religious. They were not thieves. They were very fair. They were very religious, very conscious, very just level-minded people. And we had some great conversations. They were both very religious, so that was a topic that I talked with them a lot about. They would tell me about their living in Haiti. I would tell them about living in Cuba. And Haitians and Cubans have a very good chemistry. They're back. Let's get them, guys. Let's get them. Report these people. We don't want them here. Let's get them, guys. Let's get them. We got them. We don't want... we have a lot of moderators now, so we get on these cases quick. Like I was saying, Cubans and Haitians have a very, very close relationship culturally because Cuba and Haiti are only like 41 miles away. So Cubans and Haitians were very similar. Now, Haitians speak Creole, which is a derivative of the French language. So Haitian Creole is not exactly French. It's similar to French, okay? It's somewhat similar. Dominicans are a different conversation because Dominicans are Hispanic. Well, the Hispaniola as a topic is a very complicated topic. Let's just stick to Haiti for now. If you look at the Haitian cuisine, it's very similar to the Cuban cuisine. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of Cubans are descendants of French. I'm going to pull up the Florida Department of Revenue. There's an audit service center here in Anaheim. Started watching your channel to get to know a little bit more about the state. That is interesting, Paul. And I would love to be in contact with you. And it's just, that's awesome. Now, for example, Paul, I don't know what you do for the Department of Revenue. But that is a very complex topic. I would love to talk to you in person, like on the phone or something. So you're employed with the Florida Department of Revenue. There's an audit service center here in Anaheim, California. So you audit people. That's awesome. Florida's an interesting place. You know, like every state's got different laws. So the laws of Florida are intimately complicated with taxes and stuff, and in different cultures, and different cultures run different scams and different schemes. It's a complex place. My life, we don't deal with politics on this channel, so let's drop that part of the conversation. Like, we can talk about social, social geographical issues, but we don't talk about politics on this channel. I see there's a lot of questions. I'm trying to answer as much as I can. It's okay, my life. You're not in trouble. We want you to be part of the conversation, but that's not the conversation we're having. Haitian cuisine is delicious. They have a famous restaurant called Tap Tap in Miami. Yes, Chef Creole is another famous restaurant. And I found this Haitian restaurant in Palm Beach. Where was it? Can you guys give me 1 second? I'm going to grab a water. You guys bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to go buy a water because I'm super thirsty. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm back. I needed water desperately. Okay, I needed water. What are you guys cracking up at? What are you guys cracking up at? What's so funny? Okay, I'm going to tell you. I've already said no politics. If you keep going with the politics, you're going to get you deleted off the channel. If you want to go there, you can. If you want to... We have a beautiful conversation. If you keep going to politics, we're going to delete you. And we block people. You don't want that, okay? So... one last time, please stay off politics. There's nothing to gain from politics in this conversation. Okay, we were talking about a lot of things. A little bit about Haitians. It was a joke, read it. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I see, Delgado. All right, okay, bastante. All right, gangs. And no, the thing is, guys, that, it's not good for our channel's growth. We want to stick to... It's a good strategy. It's a good strategy. I feel like when I watch a lot of other YouTubers, just like you guys do, I don't want to divide people on my channel. I want to just have I want all of us to kind of be in one room together. Everybody different. We all live in different places. They're different people, but on this channel, I want us to be as united as possible because we live in a very divided world. Jose, you forgot to tell me about what the nice... Oh, I'm sorry, Patrick. Okay, I got carried away talking about Haitians for 2 hours. Okay. Buckingham, if you like rural. If you have money, Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach, but they're gone now. Iona, which is the southwest side of Fort Myers. I like, for a normal, regular person, okay? For a normal, regular person. Like, South Fort Myers is nice. Like, Summerlin, Gladiolas. That part of Fort Myers is good for a normal, working-class person. Unfortunately, with the hurricane, that area took a huge hit because it's close to the water. There's a lot of older houses and older condominiums. So if you're a normal working class person, I really like the south part of Fort Myers, Gladiola, Summerlin, all through there. If you have a little bit more money and you want to live in a kind of gated area, there's Estero, and then there's Bonita Springs. Bonita Springs, the grid pattern streets are bad. Like, you'll know just by looking if it's a good area or bad. Bonita Springs is a good area. Estero's a good area. There's a really nice suburban area called the Forum. Anything south of the Forum to the airport is really nice. So anything along Tree Line Road, that's east of 75. So from the Forum all the way down to like uh, Estero is nice. So from Estero to South Fort Myers, there's good areas. Um, the most expensive area of Fort Myers, like where the rich people live, is west of downtown along McGregor. That's where the Ediston Estate Home is. McGregor is where all the rich people live. It's kind of an older historic neighborhood, you can say, with more old money. Those are good parts of Fort Myers. Buckingham, if you like really country, rural, like I said. There's a part of there's River Hall. River Hall is nice. Um, um, what's Portico is a big new community that's pretty nice. Kitty's very tired, Joe. She's probably sleeping at this point. If she ain't sleeping, she's close to sleeping. Where's the best place to visit in Florida? Best place for a buck along the beach? Panama City Beach, man. If you're looking for a bang for your buck, nothing beats Panama City Beach. If you're vacationing and bang for your buck is your goal, Panama City Beach. Hands down. Are there a lot of young people in Lehigh, or is it mostly old retired people? And how's the work commute like? The work commute is horrendous. Aiden's funny videos. The worst part about Lehigh is the commute to Naples. It's beyond crappy. Okay, so commuting to Naples from Lehigh really sucks. And it's likely the worst part about living in Lehigh. It's just driving to Naples, horrible commute. Lehigh doesn't even have like a. There's just now opening the first Starbucks, so it's an incommunicated place. Okay, it's a good place to retire and a horrible place to commute. That's how I would describe Lehigh. Are there young people? Yeah, there's a lot of young Cubans, young Puerto Ricans, and young Americans from other states that come down here to commute in the Fort Myers and Naples. So I like Lehigh because there's a good balance between retired people and young people that are trying to make a living. So the young people are fun. They're just trying to make a living. And then the old people are retired, so they don't bother anybody. So that's a good thing about Lehigh. You have a good balance there. But it's not a fun place. Now, you can run into Fort Myers, and it's a little bit more fun. You can run in... Naples is more... Like, if you have a little bit more money, Naples has the beaches, has the nightlife, has the safety at a really high price. There's not a commute town, but the jobs are not really the type of job that can afford the lifestyle. So that's kind of a conundrum. Naples, if you're looking at the Fort Myers Naples area, you have a little bit of money. Golden Gate Estates in North Naples, especially if you're not that close to the coast, you're not dealing with hurricane, storm surge, which is the real bad part. North Naples is great, man. North Naples, Golden Gate Estates, great areas. If you're looking, Avalon Dreaming, if you're looking into Sarasota, the Lakewood Ranch east of 75, these are more suburban feel places. Sarasota is great as well. The only thing that really sucks about Sarasota is the traffic in Sarasota is unbearable, especially in the winter. But the vibes in Sarasota is like a mix between Naples and Miami. You get the ritziness of Naples, but you got the bigger city feel of Miami. So Sarasota is a good area as well. All expensive areas. This is a nice Fairfield Inn. It is a very nice Fairfield Inn. It's brand new, by the way. A nice Fairfield Inn. All right, guys. Come to Moncrief. We got Moncrief in the house. Rep your hood, man. Who commutes to work anymore? I roll over and turn the computer on. Nate. So you have to understand, Nate, that the prime sources of income employment down here are furniture stores, sales jobs, retail, and a lot of construction. You have pool cages, you have concrete. Just look at this place here, okay? You got landscaping work that needs to be done. You have pavers, you have aluminum awnings, you have metal gates. You look over there, the same thing, new condominiums. So you have to understand the landscape. Michael, what up, Michael? Appreciate you, man. You have to understand exactly for $12 an hour. Exactly. So when you look at Florida, this isn't California where you have all these tech jobs. This isn't New York where you have all these sophisticated. This is freaking Florida. You have construction, tile, contracting, plumbing, electrical, air conditioning. Basically, construction and retail are the two biggest source of incomes down here. So those people, they have to commute. They're working on job sites. They're working on retail. So commuting is a huge part of Florida. And like somebody said, the reason I've discouraged people, medical's okay, and so are schools in some counties, like Collier County is big on schools and all that. But you have to understand, when you look at the economy of Florida, if you end up in a place like Lehigh Acres, you have a 45-minute to an hour commute, at least. Your rent's $2,400 a month. You're getting paid, like somebody said, $12 an hour to start at places. If you can find jobs for $17 and $18 an hour, but you're gonna be working physically in a crappy, like in the heat or something, So bad pay, long commutes, expensive rents. That doesn't sound like a very happy life to me. Does that sound like a happy life to you? Who thinks that sounds like a happy life? Does anybody think that's happy? Bad paying jobs in bad paying industries, long commutes, high rents. Does that really sound, who does that sound attractive to? Now, you have the beaches, but you're not at the beach every day unless you're a YouTuber. Unless you're like an idiot like me, you're not at the beach every day. Okay? You're not at the beach, period. You think after commuting to Naples 5 days or 6 days a week, you think on Sunday you're going to drive 45 minutes to go to the beach, and then it's packed with 10,000 other people like you who are also as miserable as you? That sounds miserable. And I watch this take place every single day. Okay? I think a lot of people are miserable in Southwest Florida. Now, they're hardworking, yes. They're in that. We have great people down here. They're not lazy. They're hardworking people, and they need to be commended for it. And they're successful people. Okay. I'm not saying the people here suck. I'm saying the lifestyle of commute, rent, income is a miserable mathematical equation that sucks about living in Florida, especially in places like Lehigh Acres. Okay? So let's say you're in Pennsylvania right now, right? You live in Pennsylvania, your job is 15 minutes away from home, you make $2,400 a week, and you pay like $900 for rent for something nice. You come down here, okay? And then you're going to be paying $2,400 for rent, $17 an hour. You're going to spend 10 hours a week in your car. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of miserable. When you talk about Florida, there's a lot of miserable. Good night, John. And I'm about to kick it too. I'm tired. There's a lot of miserable that's involved in Florida. Like, people are not enjoying the beach. They're not going out fishing. They're not looking at palm trees. They're working, commuting, sleeping, working, commuting. There's no $900 rents in Pennsylvania. Yeah, there are. Not maybe not in Philly. There's small. Aaron, when I was in Pennsylvania, in the little country towns out there, you can buy a house for $40,000 to $50,000. Can a construction worker afford to live in? I'm not talking in Philly. I'm talking like in Western Pennsylvania. You know, like I'm not talking like Philly. I'm talking way on the other side of Pennsylvania. You know, can a construction worker afford to live in Lehigh Acres or Florida? Yes, you can afford it, but it's a very hectic life, my man. Yeah, Penn City, Kentucky. Yeah. I'm talking like, on the other side of those mountains down there. I'm not talking about Philadelphia. Dude, get off the street. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Orlando was recently voted one of the most depressing places in Florida. So, when people, yeah, exactly. When you look at these analytics of like top 10 lists of the most depressing places in America, Orlando, Tampa, Hialeah, Miami, these places show up along the worst. But in Chicago, you have a vibrant city you're at. I think Chicago is one of the most. You ever heard of Google Earth? Rainmaker, I don't understand what you're saying, man. Just win the lottery. I visited a couple of years ago Arcadia. It was small down. I bet it's bigger now. Arcadia hasn't grown a lot. Arcadia, by the way, they got hit really bad by that hurricane. I need to get down there. I really need to get into Arcadia and do some videos there because I'm sure they went through a lot. I love going to. I was in Arcadia last week. There's a little place called El Charro Mexican restaurant. Quite possibly one of the best Mexican restaurants ever in Florida. So I like Arcadia, but there's no future there. Arcadia, there's a lot of addiction too, man. Arcadia, it's just a little country town. Would you say Sarasota feels more crowded than Fort Myers? Oh, yeah, for sure. Sarasota is a much bigger place, which much more traffic. Chicago is the worst city I've been to anywhere on the planet. I would disagree with that. I think Baltimore's way worse. I think Philadelphia is way worse. I think Washington, D.C.'s in a lot of ways, not in every way, but is way worse. I would not say Chicago's the worst city. I think Baltimore's worst. I think Albuquerque's worst. Chirac. Look, man, I don't think... I like Chicago. Is it dangerous? A little bit, yeah. But it's dangerous, no doubt about that. Arcadia was dead before Ian. Yeah, Arcadia's a poor place. It's not rich. Guys, Memphis is way worse than Chicago. Gosh. Oh, people from Chicago are hilarious. I will agree with that. Chicago people are great, man. I'll give you that, too. But Baltimore's worse. Guys. I love talking with you guys. I'm tired. I'm not just tired. I haven't had sleep in so long. Look at my face, y'all. I love the conversation, but we gotta go. I just took a shower 2 hours ago. I gotta take another shower again. I was by your house in Lakeland. We could talk all night, but y'all can see me. It's time to go, y'all. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy your hotel. Go to sleep. I need sleep more than you could imagine. It's been a pleasure to talk with you guys. I wish I had the energy to keep going with this conversation, but I can't go anymore, y'all. It's been exhausting. This hurricane has been a nightmare, stressful, tiring, and there's so much more to do. I got my Starbucks today. I feel like a human again, but I'm tired, y'all. Love you guys wherever you're watching from. Have a beautiful night. I got videos coming your way soon. When I get up to the hotel, I'll see if I can publish one more video. So if you're just watching this live stream, when I get up there, I'll look through what I got uploaded And if I can drop something else, I'll drop something else. And we'll keep live streaming. We'll keep interacting. We'll keep growing this channel. Thanks to all you guys. But I gotta get some rest. Love you all. Thanks for spending your time with me. We gotta go.